Hey, and welcome to the Banner Saga 2. We're doing it again. Again, because the thing decided to not work properly the first time. Yay!
When the sun stopped in the sky, life continued as normal. Then the stone-armored dredge reappeared, ancient foes from the far northern reaches, and the world was thrown into chaos. Giant Varl defenders were slaughtered, their strongholds destroyed. Now Hakon is the Varl king and protects who is left of his race. Rook, a humble hunter and father of Alette, found himself leading frightened clansmen towards safety. His caravan crossed paths with Juno and Eyvind, two of the mysterious spellweavers known as Menders, who know something about the massive, mountain-breaking serpent on the loose.
I thought they didn't.
In Borsgard, a town under the protection of the mercenary leader Bolverk, both Varl and human stood against a dredge general.
Is that just...
The immortal Sunder, known
That's
as
just a
Bellower.
picture from the map screen. I didn't notice that before.
Juno devised a way to stop Bellower,
And cut away before you
but it
see
cost
which one
the life
died.
of one held dear.
Yay! We killed a lad!
The saga continues.
How will Rook deal? Probably not very well. Is it gonna let me import save? Yes! Good.
Tíminn líður áfram, eins og straumþung á sem gleypir
Gibberish.
Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive.
Is this...
Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones.
Is this...
Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sunder known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped.
Ubin! That's
The
what it
world
is.
is breaking.
Yeah, giant snake man.
We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberrang, the human capital.
Is that loot?
But the river curses us with a clear view of the dredge, assaulting another hopeless village.
And on we go. Maybe. So, last time, before the thing decided to die, I managed to get through the tutorial, which is this. And then they die, and then out comes... as soon as they die. There they go. Oh no. Oh. I forgot he kills one. And then Rook. Go Rook. Kill him. Kill him dead. And then Hakon and Ivor. Yeah. Let me. And death. You can smash those boards. Oh, I thought it said Hakon had -7 strength. We did it, guys! We beat the tutorial! Except Rook's crazy. Look at all them dredge. Yes, Rook, doing this will definitely help. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21! Rook, do you really think you can take them all? I certainly don't. Bonk. And goodbye. A final blow directed at your head is deflected, and a giant horn slammed into the dredge that's surrounding you. Ivor pulls you to your feet and away from combat as other fighters from your caravan rush in to finish off the enemy. And then here is where the game decided to die last time, so maybe we can get further. Ivor moves you past the crowd of worried villagers, ensuring you can stand on your own. I don't know what you were... He stops speaking as the village chieftain approaches. It's Loot Boy! Man. A Vara leader saving a human village from those things. Legends are made of much less. No Vara leader, just Ivor. Those things were dredged, like the stories you've probably heard of as a kid. And it was Rook here who ordered us to stop. Forgive me, maybe it's this never-setting sun, or dredge, or the deaths of so many of my clansmen. I'm not myself. I'm still confused about the whole never-setting sun thing, but sure. The man's eyes appraise you as he quickly nods. I'm Aleo, the Skald. Were you trying to drive the dredge all the way back north by yourself? I mean, he definitely was about to. Aleo looks into your eyes for a moment before recoiling. Something terrible must have happened to have such hatred for them. Yes. Sorry about that. A topic for another time, Skald, maybe. Of course. Mind if I ask of news from Beauregard? We heard a rumor the Sundeer Bellower was laying waste to the town. More than a rumor, but he's been dealt with. But by your clan? Your Sundeer Slayers? The term makes Ivor wince and ends Aleo's excitement. But what about the deep shaking in the ground? Only yesterday we felt a rumble like none before. That was the giant snake. The serpent in the sun? Radomir? I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. It's about as opposite as Radomir as it gets. This one's determined to swallow us all. The Skald looks skeptical. Killing a Sundeer is big enough tale on its own for now. Then let's get ready to leave. Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. Uh-huh. No, we didn't risk ourselves so Dredge could kill you tomorrow. The Skald looks around at small huts of the village. Beauregard is the only other place I've seen in my life. This small village is all my family knows. Are things really as tragic as you're making them sound? Probably worse. Alea looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ship soon. Alea heads off the village to organize supplies. People think we're heroes now? The world is breaking in more ways than one. Ivor, one of the giants known as Varl, has fought Dredge in the northern winters, personally killed the Sundeer Rays, and lost an arm to the Sundeer Bellower. He has been by your side through everything, including the death of your daughter. Now you feel the weight of his full attention. What you pulled out there, fighting the dredge alone, was that tied to Alette as well, at all? They'll pay for taking her from me. Don't mention her name. Try and best hold it together, or the villagers could probably use your strength. We could make him very angry and upset and unstable. We could make him despondent. We could make her seek revenge, and we could make him seek revenge for her. Or we could attempt to hold a facade, keeping it all in, and you'll lose it when the people need you most. Alette was my reason for living, after Aldous died. Who's Aldous? I don't know. I remember, but make this caravan your reason now. There's still plenty for you to do. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Oh, is Aldous Alette's mother? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Look at the pretty little flags. Yay! Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. When traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked, Ubin said. Ubin, the old Varl dubbed Scrivener, says, since Beauregard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. Where can I find the merchants? You can't miss them, he says. A group of tents they call a market. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and meat for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Yep, we learned that hard way last time when we starved. Of course, he says. Oh, almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens. The mercenaries who followed us from Beauregard. Chat with their leader, Bulwark, but be careful. He's not like other Varl. Yes, thank you. We know about the medallion. Yes. There, the market. He'll give you 5 per renown. I think that's the highest we've ever been offered. Yeah. Add 15 or more. Fine. Yeah, exit. What do they got? Hagon's Fall. Oh, the levels go up. That's fun. Hagon's Fall. The figurine's broken shield reminds you of what needs to happen on the battlefield. What's a break talent? I don't know. Mark of Enveter. Not the true face of a dredge. It is close enough to raise their ire and the unease of friends. Okay. On this jewel-encrusted headband, the eye of ivory white cat seems to be looking around on its own. +2 armor per turn. That sounds really useful. The Blackfish. A stone resemblance of the elusive native of the vast. It even smells like the sea. You can move and you can break, but you can't smack them. Foulwind Crake. A petrified egg with baby birds strong enough to almost break free. Why would you carry that? Okay. Well, this is useful. Yes. +2 armor per turn is immensely useful. Should we buy supplies for more days? 30 days should be enough. Hey, it's Alette. Or not Alette. Oddleaf. Alette's the dead one. Oddleaf, your former chieftain's widow, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. I doubt you're here to explain your actions with the dredge. Angry, despondent, facade of normality. I can only imagine. She watches you in silence, not pressing you to continue. Eventually, she changes the subject. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food while we travel, but we could always use some more fighters. But training them takes time. I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. Then you'll have to find a balance that works. We're okay for now, but who knows how our needs will change. I see. Thanks. You turn to leave, but Olive places a hand on your shoulder. We should talk, Rook, at some point. Talk about what? You. Not you, the leader, but the man I knew from Skogir. He's dead. There's only the leader now. She gives you a faint smile and returns to her fletching. Bolverk. The Varl mercenary leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweave and Menders Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There's no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Bowersgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by her presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Rook is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. He won't be seeing to anything much longer if he keeps fighting like he did earlier. She reminds me of someone. Again, what are they talking about? The determination that determination will see these people safely to Arberrang, but with respect, our discussion stays between us for now. Her look at Bolverk says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See a Hakon at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fane Valka, one of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Claw and Fang, thank you, Rook. His axes. Oh. The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, the cheeks scarred from plenty of use. But it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. How long are you going to let Juno tell you what to do? You avoid his goading. Only to Arberrang, then it's King Meinolf's job. Like he's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a dredge. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. Have we met? I'm Falka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverk gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. And I already know who you are, chieftain. Is there a problem I should know about? The Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step towards you. You stopping to save every Fane idiot along the river will get us all killed. Makes more sense only to stop the ships when we need supplies. And get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. Don't tell me what to do. My people. Bolverk eyes twitch as he stares at you. Is he shaking? Bolverk, let's worry about the ravens. This one knows better than to cross us. Why does she look so familiar? Bolverk snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bare click back indicates this conversation is over. We can rest now. Oh. And we're not injured anymore. We'll grab one more day of supplies. And then we'll leave. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakon, a warrior who recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring? You seem to be handling it just fine. I'm not looking for praise, Hakon says. I just want to know what we're expecting when this is all over. There's so few Varl left, how do I keep my people alive? You search for something to say, but he stops you. I'm not looking for an answer from you either. It's something a Varl king should be able to figure out. Let's sail. Yes. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships built of scrap wood scavenged at Bowersgard. The ravens find space on a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. Hey, we're on a river. wish there was a map. I wonder how long it'll take to get to Arberrang. Probably a lot longer than 30 days. Aleo looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says, and I hear Arberrang is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours rest on solid ground. It hasn't even been a day, dude, really? The hopeful looks from these others sway you and signal for the ship to make land. Would you mind telling me where the capital is or destination? Aleo asks. The walls have never been breached. The Volca Juna says the menders there can protect us. It's the furthest place from the dredge. It just is. Now help row. Its walls have never been breached. Whenever I hear that, I always think to myself, have they ever been properly tested? The menders are probably the one best suited, because they can magics. Menders, the Scald's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more substantial. He realizes Ivan and Juna can hear him. I thank you for healing my people, but we're talking about an army of dredge. The Volca and our apprentice share a smile, but say nothing. That's not concerning at all. Dredge, Aleo says, almost in awe. Man and Varl's storied foe from ever so long ago. But they're real and here. How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varl is met with both anger and shame. The longship rocks gently as the Scald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon. Sorry, what? About fabled horses? We'd outpace the dredge and be on sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land. Did horses go extinct? I guess horses are all dead. Hey, it's a map. Hey, yeah, we know who it is. Yeah, it's Bower's Garden. An aging senile mess of a city that can't remember whether it wants to sell you something or steal everything you've got. While Ormsdalder grew into an important hub of trade, its twin city, Bower's Garden, became the place to buy things nobody else was willing to hawk. It's greatly supported by the potent items harvested in Rainavik and Tistel, and plagued by huge disparities between the extremely rich and the suffering poor. Is Ormsdalder. As Strom led some of the first men east, Ormsdalder was one of the most important places they settled. Nestled in the crook where the Ormsa River splits, if Bower's Garden and Ormsdalder were twins, Ormsdalder would be its righteous brother trying to keep its evil twin from hurting anyone else. Follow the river. That's not Arberrang? Where's Arberrang? That's Arberrang. Yeah. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arberrang is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled up from the depths by the weaving power of the menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. Yeah, it's gonna get us killed. Yes, we can explore the map. And that is where I think we're going to end it for episode 1. See you all tomorrow.